Start your engines!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the BORA Call of Duty Premier Series Season 8, race number 23 from Las Vegas. The middle race in the round of 8. After today, there'll be one more race until the final 4. 3 races remain in the season, including this one. I said that way too many times already. Donovan Dewitt on pole, then you have Max Anderson second, Otto Velmont, and then Zach S8R23 Sr., TJ Hanley and TJ Friend, Ryan Spangler and Glenn Dewitt, Danny Coffey and Nick Flood, David Strait and Simon Oskin, Alexander Rowan for John. 54 laps here from Vegas. Vegas is always an amazing race. When it comes to BORA, I expect nothing less today. Keon Eddington does not make the green in what might be one of his final races in the Premier Series. Green flag is out. Donovan Dewitt leads him away. Man, Otto Velmont already can take advantage going to the inside. This track's all like a conveyor belt. Starting in the back doesn't mean much. And man, they're flying 213 miles per hour. At the end of lap 1, they're going 215. That is insane. Glenn Dewitt taking them 3 wide for the lead. And they're still 3 wide. Glenn Dewitt. TJ Friend. Nick Flood, here he comes. Simon Oskin as well. Ooh, Otto Velmont got real wicked loose on the outside. TJ Friend caught in the middle here. Not exactly where you want to be. Nick Flood now getting challenged from Simon Oskin. Ooh, almost contacting the 44 and the 83. And leaning on each other. Mo Akers was the worst finishing playoff driver last week at North Wilkesboro. That killed him in points. He went from 5th, tied on the bubble, to 8th, 16 points back of the 8 playoff drivers. So he needs a good day today. Evan Byrne dominated the race last week. He led 27 laps, and then DNF due to a blown tire. He goes from 2nd in points plus 5 down to 5th minus 1. Mo Akers got a very much needed bonus point there for leading that lap. Gustav Odenberg in the 31 getting squeezed by the 44. Gary Alsop just off pace today, man. He had a bad qualifying effort, and he's losing ground on the race pace. Zach S8R23 Sr. finishing 2nd last week. Nick Ventura started this race 33rd, and here he is up to 18th after 5 laps. Gustav Oberg with the lead. Here comes Kevin Villano. TJ Friend is actually using the middle to stay in the top 5. This is insane. Now that he jumped up top, I don't expect him to keep that luck up. Dylan Everhamian in the 1 last week was involved in so many crashes. Still came home with a decent finish, I think 14th. Needs to run better than that, though. He's still 3rd in points, plus 6. Ryan Kesey and the new colors up inside the top 5. They're starting to break apart a little bit here. Kevin Villano's got a fast car. He's able to pull away from the pack here at Vegas. Lap number 8 already. That's all the Dodge dealers dodge up front. And they're still hauling, man. He's ran his fast lap of the race last time by 24:53, even with worn tires. 2:16 in the tournament. Ryan Kesey taking him 3 wide for 2nd. And Nick Ventura, I think, breaking into the top 10 here. Exactly into the top 10. Ryan Kesey now up to 2nd, seeing if he can run down that 19 car. Keegan also got a little loose there in the center, had to check up. I think the 1 to run up top. Adam Akers rebounding off that strong top 5 last week at North Wilkesboro. Here he is breaking into the top 5 as he passes Dylan Everhamian for 5th. Tim Randolph able to come down in front of the 2. That got the 2 real tight. Brad Stover making a move. I think caution might be out. It is. Whatever next what just happened. Good God, Damian Stone. Jeff Bright, man. Oh my God, Evan Burns upside down. So is Jeff Bright. I only saw Damien when I was rewinding. He's gonna go over the top of a couple cars. Yo, that is huge championship implications for Evan Byrne. He was looking real good halfway through the race last week, and now he's in a miracle next week to even do something. God. Mo Akers was in it as well. Ryan Spangle, last week's winner. Philip John. Jay Jefferson got in it. Even for as off pace as the 22 was, he managed to get in it. Jeff Bright had his best run in seasons. I believe he finished 3rd last week. And, man, he's back to normal form, getting caught up in other people's mess. Yeah, he and David Stones got hooked together, and Mo Akers popped the 5 up in the air. Becca Tyler gets a piece of it, unfortunately. Did I see Max Anderson in it? Maybe Fitzwater's when I was looking. I know I saw a playoff driver in there. Your points leader in the L1. He got clipped, but that's not going to be anything major. Back to the restart. Wow, all 3 DEI cars avoided the wreck. I'm not going to say it, but you guys know what I'm thinking. Keon Eddington didn't make the green, so he's not going to get credit for the race. Mo Akers does retire with another finish outside the top 30. I think that's going to do his championship hopes away, honestly, unless everyone else had a bad day. Because he's the only playoff driver DNF. Kevin Villano's your leader. Then you have Donovan Dewitt, Adam Akers, Tim Randolph, TJ Friend, Ryan Kesey, Keegan Allsup, TJ Hanley up in the top 10. Carter Friesen, how about that for the EA Racing 4th? And then Dylan Abrahamian 10th. And the top 4 just pulled away. You have 2 Dodges, a Ford, and a Chevy inside that top 4. 3 Dodges in the top 5. How about that? There's not that many Dodges in the field in general, so the fact they're all running pretty solid. I think 2 of them about to pit, though. Or 2 cars are about to pit, top 2. Couple cars pitting. Is that going to cause any misfortunes for anyone? Doesn't appear so. With a 77 down below the apron. What is happening? Are they out of gas? Oh boy, what is happening? That was just dumb with the 7718. I don't know what y'all are doing. Scared me a little bit, I'll be honest. So Tim Randolph is your leader. Adam Akers 2nd. Keegan also 3rd. They used to be teammates way back in the day when Adam drove the 5 for Hendrick Motorsports. OGs remember those days. Keegan also hasn't won since the Memorial Day Classic last season. No, season 6. Or no, season 7. Yeah. But last season. Tim Randolph continued to lead. Dylan Abrahamian with a pretty good car so far. Carter Friesen, though, trying to get underneath him. TJ Hanley up inside the top 5 again. Ever since changing the red and white colors, the JGR cars have had speed. TJ Hanley underneath Carter Friesen, a little bit of contact. Oh, a lot of contact throughout the center of the corner. Carter Friesen's not going to like that, but man, whenever you're an underfunded car and you're in the non-preferred line, you're just going to drop like a rock. All this is going on for 3rd. Dylan Abrahamian, the highest running playoff driver. He's reeled in Tim Randolph. He's all over the back bumper of that 30. Trying to push him up out of the bottom, off the bottom groove. He's hesitating to make a move or something. TJ Hanley is there. Brad Stover up to 4th. The one got a little tight there, had to check up. Now Brad Stover peeking to the inside of the 45. Brad Stover has 2 career Call of Duty Premier Series wins. Those wins have came Season 5 at Atlanta, which is a track pretty similar to this, and then Season 8 at Iowa a few months ago. He hasn't done much since, but here he is midway through the showing at Las Vegas, and he's clearly got some speed in that Sports Clips Camry. He's trying to get by the 45. They're hanging side by side for too long. That allowed the 1 and the 30 to minorly pull away. As now the 2 TJs from Rich Petty Motorsports battling it out for 4th. Dylan Abrahamian refusing to pass the 30. You'd think he'd want that playoff point, or the bonus point, and the bonus point for leading the most laps. He has a perfect opportunity here. Carter Friesen still hanging in around the top 5. Adam Akers and Keegan also pushing him. Young rookie at RBH Racing. Here comes Dylan Ibrahimian now, lap 22 of 54. He set him up. Oh, I think he wanted to make the move without the 30 hanging on the side of him, so that way he can get away scot-free. He really couldn't, man. The 20 was pushing the 30. They're going to go 3 wide for second. The one was kind of hoping the 44 would get held up. Man, there's a 2-car tandem right now between the Xfinity Motorsports cars for second. They're catching up to lap traffic. An off-pace Jay Jefferson with major damage to his roof. Where's the one going to catch him? He's able to make kind of quick work out of him. But he's going to hold up a couple of those. Oh, that's going to hold up the 44, the 20, 89. When you accidentally hold up your teammate and all this, man. 44's trying to get away, but there's always cars underneath him. I guess it worked out pretty well for Adam. He did gain a few spots. He lost major ground him later. Nick Ventura all the way back in 32nd. I missed that. Did he pit? Mo Akers lost a valve. That's why he retired. Oh, Nick is 3 laps down. He needs more drama to happen, man. I jinxed him last week. I said he's lasted this long because he's been surviving. He's currently 4th in points on the bubble. 1 point to the good. 1 point ahead of Evan Byrne, who's DNF. TJ Hanley, who is 6th in points. He's 8 behind Nick. TJ's in 2nd right now. Well, he was 2nd. He's about to drop back to 5th. David Straves 11 points back. At the line last time by was 13th. And then Mo Akers, who is 8th in points, is out of the race. So finishing 32nd is definitely going to hurt. But it doesn't appear to be the end of the world at this very moment, the way things look about halfway through this event. A lot of the playoff drivers running pretty bad, honestly. Like, there's only 2 in the top 10. Outside it, you have David Strait 12th, Max Anderson 14th, Zach Fitzwater Sr. 16th. TJ Friend got held up so hard, he fell back down to 15th. Yeah, then you have Nick 3 laps down. And all those ones DNF. Matt Oskin off pace at 204. Crazy, going 204 miles per hour, still 12 miles per hour off pace. Otto Belmont up to 3rd. TJ Hanley trying to make that climb again. Carter Friesen and Adam Akers are working together a ton. And Keegan also going for the lead. He's going to get held up by Samet Oskin. They used to be teammates as well at one point. Oh no, Dylan's going to get held up. Dylan and Samet are both from Sweden, so you'd think they'd work a little harder to help each other. Oh, and that's happening during pit stops too, so Dylan kind of got lucky there. Samet peeled off last second. Oh, but Dylan got held up so hard. You almost got to wonder if there's something wrong with that car. He's going to go from the lead behind guys that were well outside the top 10. That gives Keegan also the lead. There are no Hendrick Motorsports cars in the playoffs at this point, so he's not racing for anyone but himself. Dylan Ibrahimian's about to take major advantage of pit road. Nick needs to pass as many cars as possible here and then hope for a quick caution. So he can get a couple laps back at least. He's still 3 laps down. With no incentive to pit just yet. The leader is still the 2. Wherever he may be. He's still on pit road, I believe. So Nick and Ryan both just got one of their laps back. Ryan Kesey. Okay, it has enough to exit across the line. It's like, what is happening? Okay, 2 laps down. Ryan Kesey now back on the lead lap. Hoping for a very quick caution, man. They threw tons of rear end damage, goodness. Fitzwater down to 24th. During green flag pit stops, man, the running order always gets really jumbled, so. All these guys pit a lap after the 45, and they gained a ton off of it. Dylan Ibrahimian goes from leading the race pretty easily to 12th. Max Anderson's at the top 10. Joe Jefferson up inside the top 10. It's been a while since we've said that. Jay Jefferson holding up people again. Is it going to help out this time? No, it's going to hurt Keegan. Tim Randolph's going to make the pass. As this is the battle for the lead, Carter Friesen up to second. Keegan didn't get helped too bad. Rakowski up inside the top 5. Good. How about that? As this battle for 4th is heating up. Is Jay Jefferson going to hurt his teammate again? He is, but I think it's going to help Adam in the long run. Yes, it will. As Rakowski's going to get held up. Max Anderson almost did. Jay Jefferson doesn't appear to be that off pace this time. Maybe they made some minor repairs on pit road. Man, Dylan Rivman just bullied his way through there. David Strait making a move on Adam Akers here for 4th. As he is the highest running playoff driver with Max Anderson 7th. And Dylan Rivman 8th. Or 9th. Oh, 8th. Yeah, that'll be 8th. No, 7th. Alright. Excuse me. Been a while since we've seen Max Anderson in the top 5. He has a lot of playoff points, which carried him through the playoffs. If he had no playoff points and everything was equal, he would have been eliminated last round. He scored 60 less points than Nick Ventura, who scored the most. And a Red Bull compared to an NVR car. Excuse me. But it's a new round. New opportunities. Max Anderson comes into this race second in points, 21 to the good. And with 20 laps to go, he's looking very good. As he just made the move for 4th. And this battle for the lead, Nick Ventura's finally pitting, man. He couldn't hold off any longer. Everyone will have to pit at least once, maybe twice, depending on how far they can go. Starting to lose my voice just up, man. Carter Friesen's leading. What an upset that would be if he could hold on. He's pretty good, man. As long as they don't keep battling so hard for the lead, it's going to be a 3-horse race for a while. Gustav Lundberg eliminated last round. He's up inside the top 5. And his new Tame the Beast colors. So right now it's Carter Friesen, Keegan Alsup, Tim Randolph. They're catching a slow Summit Oskin. Not that slow, it's 5 miles per hour. That definitely adds up. Last lap, Carter Friesen ran 24.89 compared to 25.72. Almost a second off pace. Lap 38 of 54. Carter Friesen still putting some muscle, and Nick Ventura back down to 3 laps down, 32nd place. So he's going to need a miracle here. Tim Randolph better make his move. And he does. Here comes Keegan also. And while they've been running single file, 4th place Max Anderson and 5th place Tim Randolph have been tandeming to catch him. As this battle for just inside the top 10 heats up. David Strait did fall from the top 10 as he was 4th in the league. Get a lot of little tandems here. The 24 and the 30 hooked up pretty solid there, and they kind of pulled away from the 28. 15 laps to go here in Las Vegas. Max Anderson still the highest running playoff driver in 4th. Take a look to the field to find playoff drivers. Dylan Rivman 7th. David Strait 10th. TJ Hanley 14th, or 13th. Danger of losing a spot there. Dexter Sincere 20th, man. He's just had a rough day. And then Nick Ventura, 32nd. He's with Ryan Kesey. They've been hanging out a lot today. Owen Samet Oskin holds up the leader, Tim Randolph. Or second at the line, but he was the leader. What is the fastest lap thus far? It is Brad Stowe. Now I'm telling you, ever since they made those color swaps, those JGR cars are mad fast. And when will these guys have to pit? I think they'll be able to do it off one more stop. Barring a caution, I'm sure they'd pit for tires. Max Anderson trying to get that 84 Red Bull up there. He was the Daytona 500 winner this season. He caught Carter Friesen and is immediately making the move. Ooh, the 31 nearly getting into the right rear of that 84. The 31 pushing that 84, man. He's trying his best to work this new package the best he can. Can Keegan also get by that 83 without much issues? You know Philip John doesn't want to hold up his teammate Max Anderson in a time like this. He's not all that close, but he's coming. He'll be there by turn 1. They made real quick work for Carter Freeze, and he got shuffled hard. If the 84 gets underneath the 24 off turn 2, that's going to really hurt for Keegan also. Oh, and the 83 is going to throw the block on him into turn 3. It's going to bring the pack close to the top 4 all over again. Philip John didn't really hold too many people up, though. He held all of them up at the same time. Gustav, remember, willingly puts himself behind him. That was a dumb move. Philip John trying to let him back in line, I guess. Or the caution out or something? No, it's not. The 83 has a good run. He's not that far off pace. That's exactly what Keegan also wants to see. As they're coming to 10 laps to go. Gary Alsop on pit road. I assume the pit cycle is going to start beginning really soon. How about Joe Rakowski up inside the top 3? Brad Stover. Tim Randolph. Ooh, almost contact in 20 to 30. Making sure still 3 laps down. No, Tim Randolph pulling off into the pits. Along with Adam Akers, a bunch of people. That was a sketchy move they made. Max Anderson reeled in that 24 so quickly. Max Anderson hasn't led a lap this race, I don't believe. So is he going to do something bold here? Or is he just going to pit and hope to beat the 24 out on pit strategy? They're both pitting. Brad Stover's going to stay out an extra lap. No, he is not. He's just going to gain a ton of ground on pit road. And he woed it down. He didn't speed. That was crazy. He just stayed out. No, on the 24. Still the leader, technically. 33 on the lap? I can't tell. Tim Randolph going to be the first off pit road. And then you have Adam Akers, what will be second of this group. Alright, so we'll watch Tim Randolph for a little bit. Max Anderson did lead that lap, though, as his pit box is past the line and Keegan Allsup's isn't. So Max Anderson does get that bonus point. And Tim Randolph with a pretty good lead here of that first pack. He's got to beat these other guys out, too, though. And in my eyes, it's between the 24 and the 84 at this exact moment. Tim was beating the 82 out. He's beating the 8, the 3, the 1. He was in like 5th when they pulled off into the pits. He's not going to be Brad Stover, who had a really good entrance to the pit road. Oh, he will be the 30. Yo, he might actually get up there to the 84 and the 24. Keegan Allsup all over Max Anderson. Don't even do it pulling off into the pits. Like I said, between the 24 and the 84. 6 laps to go right now. They have a slower Kevin Villano out in front of him. He's going faster than them right now, so I guess he's not that far off pace. The 84 is trying to do something here. The 24 is not giving any room. Oh, man. He shoved the 84 up. They're playing aggressive. That brought Tim Randolph back into it. Man, don't count out Brad Stover if they get to battling. They're catching Jay Jefferson as well. We've seen how that's worked out. Tim Randolph is there. Coming to 4 laps to go, this time by here in Vegas. Four to go. Gary also held back everyone 5th on back. So it's going to be a 3-horse race. But the 20 isn't that far back. Here comes Tim Randolph to the inside of Max Anderson. Oh, they're catching Dalton Riley. The 49 must have hit. Yeah, Jay Jefferson, that was a good move for him. I don't know if it was a scheduled stop, but don't interfere with the leaders. Not this late. 3 to go. Tim Randolph going for, I believe, his first career win ever in his 2nd season. Keegan also trying to break a winless streak. And Max Anderson trying to secure his way to the final 4 pretty much. Well, he kind of holds up his teammate, Philip John does. It's 2 laps to go. Brad Stover made good work in the 83. Oh, he juked him. Oh, no, he's getting held up. You hate to see it. Tim Randolph has caught the 24. is not what Keegan Allsup wants. He's going to clear him into turn number 3. Max Anderson's now there. And that really hurt Brad Stover, man. He still held up behind 83. 84 and the 30 working together here. Going into turn number 1. Tim Randolph didn't sail it down like I thought he would. Can Keegan Allsup hold on? Is Tim Randolph going to make the move down the back? Going into turn number 3. There's a lap car. He shouldn't be in the way. Off turn number 4. Can Keegan Allsup snap the winless streak? Tim Randolph makes the move. And Keegan Allsup is going to hold on to win it at Vegas. And Max Anderson, unless he completely craps the bed at Daytona next week, Max Anderson's going to advance to the Final Four with that effort, man. He was already 21 to the good, and he just finished 3rd, and he was one of 3 playoff drivers in the top 10. Man, we'll be back to look at your official results. Who had the fast lap, though? Brad Stover. All right. Keegan Allsup, your winning photo is up on the screen. And man, look at that finish here in Las Vegas. Now your official results go. Keegan Allsup with the win. Then you have Tim Randolph, 43 thousandths of second back. Max Anderson 3rd, the highest finishing playoff driver as we mentioned. Brad Stover 4th. Gustav Odenberg 5th. And man, I thought for a minute Adam Akers would get his 2nd straight top 5 for the first time forever, but he falls out of the top 10 late. Eli Bright gets 6th, a great run for him. David Straight 7th. Just Rakowski 8th. Man, that's got to be his first top 10 in a long time. Dylan Ebrahimian, another strong run. Otto Belmont runs out your top 10. Then you have Adam Akers, Carter Friesen. They ran towards top 5 all race. Sucks to see him not in the top 10, but hey, that's racing. Keith Stevens 13th, Glenn Dewitt 14th, and Pretty Shaw runs out your top 15. TJ Hanley gets 17th. Zach Fitzpatrick Sr. 20th. Man, he was just not there today. Just really not a factor all race. Man, if we have to scroll down to find your name, that's not a good sign. Nick Ventura does a rebound up to 29, so there's a couple points there he secured late in the going. But still not how he wants it, obviously. Mo Akers 35th, Evan Byrne 36th. Tough break for those two. They're going to need like a miracle next week. But that was Las Vegas. Major congrats to Keegan Allsup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.
Later. And they're pretty sweet. A pickle jar just gets me every time.
Promise I
can do much more than just archery.
I want
Do second base on my Tinder day.